Right, this is the second set of flags, but I'm sticking by my guns here. So, chat, what do you think? Where are we starting at? That is true. There is a chance that Leslie and Cavin could split, both go 7-1. We'll see what happens, though. That's down the road. Hey, Fred!
Not a bad start, though. World 1 with a World 1 fort. Fred, come on.
Is this even randomized? So, Toffee and Schwilling calling the shots here. World 1 it is. Now, we'll see if there's going to be a raccoon tail at the end. Unfortunately, no. So, no item for these runners.
Yeah, they're going to have to work on this little collapsing ceiling here and wait a few extra seconds. None of them like to see that, unfortunately.
Nah, but that's just the way it goes sometimes in Randomizer.
But all of them have firepower, so that they're going to all take down Boom Boom real fast.
Absolutely, and all four of our runners off to a very good start here in this second race. And going to panel 3, we find 8-2 right off the top.
Ooh, and I'm liking this. No sand so far.
Well, you had to say something, didn't you?
I had to say something, didn't I? Yeah, KillerApp going with the sand. I'm surprised to see sab0tender not taking it.
See, one thing I was mentioning last night when I was doing Zelda Randomizer commentary is all you have to do is say something and the situation presents itself, Gimp.
Oh, yeah. sab0tender unfortunately does take a death. I think he's going to take it this time. Ooh, and KillerApp too.
Yeah, that's tough. And no, sab0tender going all the way here. No items, no nothing. I like his style.
I like it. He's playing aggressive. He knows he's a spoiler, so he's going to keep trying.
5-7 now for Cavin here, and he's got to watch out for that that Lakitu there, as he's going to try to take him down with those spinies, but Cavin's able to skirt by, and KillerApp going to, but only a 1-up there, which means he'll get unlimited chances if he keeps taking that pipe, but I think he wanted to see a power-up.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Keeping your power-up in these randomizers are important because you never know when 7-6 and 7-1 are going to show up.
Hey, way to go for sab0tender. He does get through 8-2, and our first airship, at least it ain't the World 1 airship, it's the World 3 airship.
Yeah, we're going to find Larry Koopa here. Hopefully, like I said, I'm hoping these guys have some beefy HP.
Yeah, because we only saw 2 Koopalings, the last 2 Koopalings of that, Iggy and Morton, have 3 HP. Everybody else was 2 or less. So let's find out what we have. Are you kidding me? Bowser, what are you doing to these poor Koopa kids?
He's obviously not feeding them enough, or they're just not getting the memos.
Wow. Another easy fight to start things off here in this seed.
So with that, guys, World 1's down. What's coming up next?
So Cavin and Kerbo, the first 2 to complete World 1, and it's actually Kerbo that's going to start off with the lead. What do we get from the letter from Princess Toadstool? We get a leaf.
That's a good item to find. Ooh, 1-1 with the boss pass. Look out.
Ooh, just when you thought we were playing an easy level, you're not.
No. sab0tender taking down Larry with no power-ups. I'm liking this. I'm liking his style today.
Oh, absolutely. Sabo's showing us some moxie here as Kerbo gets a 3 of a kind with the triple stars. Will add 5 lives to his total, 9 extras for him. Cavin's able to clear it, and we have 7-1, the ultimate test of the clip here. Let's see how Kerbo does.
Oh, he almost had it right there.
Just missed it by a frame. Kevin having a little trouble with the clip himself. And KillerApp is done with World 1. All 4 of our runners are at World 2, but sab0tender getting swallowed by Boss Bass here. Back to start he goes.
Yeah, Kevin's still struggling with that clip. There he goes, right when I said it. He got it.
All you have to do is talk about it. I'm telling you, Gimp. So both Cavin and kirbocyhn through 7-1, and next up we have the tower, which I guess is required this time.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna have to play through it.
And sab0tender able to outrun the boss bass here, but he's only going to get a 1-up. He's only got 3 extra lives. That could come into play, so keep an eye out on that, folks. Speaking of lives, KillerApp only has 1 extra life left. It would behoove him to get the triple stars.
Especially with boss bass on his tail. Ooh!
Oh! You had to say something!
I had to say something.
So now, KillerApp down to his last life. He's got no power-ups to work with, and he's going to take the intentional game over. Which,
I think that's a smart
sense,
move.
Yeah. I mean, it's only going to cost him 1 extra life potential because he is going to lose his 2 star cards.
Yeah, sab0tender's trying for the clip. I don't think he got it last time, so he really needs this right now.
Oh, for sure. If he wants any hope of trying to upset Cavin here, trying to give him his first loss, it's a tough trick to do, that's for sure. But kirbocyhn done with his stage, and he picks up a star. That was 2-5, which is where Cavin's at now. We have this one we didn't see in the last race. This is the 1-5 beta, which is much more difficult and not nearly as fun as the real 1-5.
Yeah, this one is not as friendly, especially no power-ups. Got a lot more piranha plants at the bottom. Not an easy stage.
And not only is there no power-ups, there's no coin heaven either.
No.
Kirbo gets through it, and KillerApp gets the block clip with the raccoon. Very nice. KillerApp gets a flower, so he's got 2 flowers, so he may be shooting for the triple flowers here.
Yeah, I did not see. Did sab0tender beat that? Did he get the clip? I looked away to watch other people.
No, he played through it.
Okay.
I think.
Still, I mean, he's making pretty good time considering he had to play through it.
Either that or he went around. I'm not 100% sure, but sab0tender is at the tower now. KillerApp is now at the same place. So sab0tender is actually ahead of KillerApp at this point. Ah, that explains it. He used the cloud.
Ah, okay. Thank you, Leslie, for pointing that out. It gets a little troublesome with 4 races going on, trying to focus on everybody.
Yep, and Cavin will try to get an edge on life in the army. That's where he is right now. He's hoping for something. He's going to get a mushroom. kirbocyhn keeping pace with Cavin here in this one. Gotta take down a fire brother, though, and we're gonna get a hammer. Uh-oh. 6-5.
Oh, no boss bass, though.
That's a plus.
That is a plus.
They'll have to go into the pipe to get the leaf, because you gotta have a tail of some sort to complete this level. And KillerApp opting not to go for triple flowers. He gets a star instead for a 1-up. Looks like kirbocyhn is going to be the first out of the pipe. Cavin, unfortunately, running out of P-speed and falls back to the ground.
Yeah, that can be really trolly, especially with the randomizer. You don't know what enemies are up there, what's waiting for you, so you want to be careful, but at the same time, you need to be aggressive with it.
Oh, for sure. Next up, we have 4F1, and Kirbo will go ahead and take the pipe, which will, again, teach their own. Some people would take the pipe because it's easier to negotiate. Others will take the top path because it is faster, but the enemy set seems to be much more difficult.
Yeah, the big thing for me when it comes to this stage is if I have 2 HP, I'm definitely taking top route. If I have low HP, I'm taking bottom.
Yep. You better believe it. So, kirbocyhn going to take down Boom Boom here. First one to complete for F1.
Kerbo's going to back up, take on these Hammer Brothers. That's a smart choice, I think, just because of the item usage. We don't know what this seed's going to give us. And he gets the star for it.
And it's 6-6 now on sab0tender's side. And there's 1-3. Boy, sab0tender getting trapped there by that mini cheap.
Yeah, not what you want to see.
And gonna be careful with that nanny blooper here. He's coming after him. He's able to avoid her. See if Cavin's able to get this mushroom here. Might give him a better chance of getting through this level. He makes the catch.
Yeah, this is like the gauntlet of the stage. You just got to be careful. Luckily, there's no fire piranha, so it makes it a lot faster.
Oh, you better believe it, because it's a lot tougher than the gauntlet that was on American Gladiator's Eliminator event. And Roy's our boy. 2 hits is not enough. 3 hits.
I'm unsatisfied. I want a 5-hitter.
I'm sure we're due for a 5-hitter sometime. Let's see how Kirbo does in his fight. Nice kill. So it'll be Cavin the first one out of World 2. KillerApp going into a mushroom house here to pick up an item, and he'll get a fire flower. Not bad.
Yeah, sab0tender does find the boss bass in 6-5 here, so he's got to watch out.
Oof. So you might want to try to...
Ooh, nice tail whip.
Very nice tail whip there. Good anticipation there, but he's going to be coming back. 7-4 on Cavin's side. Luckily, the auto-scrollers are turned off. Hey, sab0tender trying to fly up with the boss bass there. I'd go into a pipe and get rid of it, but he's going to... Oh, I thought he had it. I thought he had it there. Honestly thought he had it.
He's got to let go of that Koopa shell. Yep.
But he's coming back.
Be quick. Got 5 seconds in-game timer.
There we go. Nice. Good job for sab0tenders. Cavin has completed 7-4, which is where Kirbo is right now, and KillerApp right behind, completing 6-5 as well. So we have 2 races going on, but unfortunately they're not against each other.
Now, while KillerApp and sab0tender are several stages behind, again, one item can make a huge difference here.
Yep, as Cavin enters 3-4. Oh, not quite enough power on that jump there, but doesn't take any damage.
I'm a little surprised that Kirbo did not play that fortress to start out. Generally with World 6, I'd like to play the fort first, at least get one out of the way.
sab0tender opted not to go into the pipe, gets hit, but he's going to get his tail right back. He was probably hoping for a star or a fire flower, but he'll have to make do. And more Hammer Brothers for Cavin to take down, and he is successful, but he gets a music box. So World 6 is our 3rd stage of tonight, and sab0tender is back to the cards. He had actually made 4 matches. There's his 5th match. Looking for the other fire flower. He gets it. That's 6. Doesn't get the match on the star, but he has another turn coming his way. He's found the 1-up. And he finds the
stars. All clear.
All clear. Yep, he saved the 4 stars for last. That is amazing. And there's the hammer. The stars were hammers.
Oh, that's huge.
Stars are hammers, and if Cavin doesn't play the card game, we could see some fireworks here, folks.
I would think at one point Cavin might go back and start playing the card game, but I'm a little surprised he's not.
Well, and we have 8-1 on Cavin's side of the board here. A tough level. So we've already seen both World 8 stages, so at least they're out of the way early.
Yeah, but do we need to build a bridge? That's the question.
How many bridges? That's the 64,000 Koopa coin question.
I will tell you now, I've seen 2 locks, so it's got to be at least a bridge to build. If not, then he's good to go.
That's right. And Cavin just going to follow the bullet bill so he doesn't get hit. And very nicely played there. sab0tender is at the end of World 2, and it's World 2's airship. 3-hit Roy coming up.
Oh, he's good to go. He's going straight into the World 3 airship, and we're going to find World 5.
Indeed. So that was a very, very, very fast world there for Cavin, that World 6. So let me Koopa, let me have it. 2 is not enough. 3, ooh, he's a little bit beefed up here, this Lemmy. 4 hitter, our strongest Koopa to date so far tonight. A jumbo shrimp.
Very nice fight from Cavin, especially with no HP on him. He's playing really well.
And we have the carpet fort now on Killer App in World 3.
Yeah, Kerbo made Lemmy look like nothing, especially with that fireball kill.
You bet. And I didn't see the item for Kerbo, so we're going to see it hopefully on Cavin's side, what Peach is going to give us. We don't know. Too fast. It's all right, though. World 7 is up next. So we've kind of gone in order since World 2, 5, 6, 7.
So yeah, that means we got 3, 4, and 2. That could be pretty interesting considering the hammers in play.
Yeah, to say the least. Because remember, sab0tender got a couple of hammers at least from the card game alone. He is now done with 7-4. His Killer App has just completed 6F3. Kerbal White now with a very nice lead on Killer App in this early stage.
Yeah, Kerbo really needs at this point he needs a win. Losing the Killer App that really hurt his chances for bracket, but getting a win here, he can end up being 5-3, which is a good way to get into brackets.
Yeah, for sure. Because again, he's already played Human Mustard, so he still has Bahistun and Tapatio left to play. So yeah, if he were to split the series and then win out, he'd be 5-3, and at that point, he would still have a shot at making brackets. But Tapatio still has 3 matches of his own, so we'll see how it plays out. And now the card game for Kerbo. And unfortunately, no match. The board goes back. His Killer App is playing the card game. He finds a pair of mushrooms. Doesn't find the 4th, so his turn is over.
Kerbo now playing through 2-2.
And sab0tender is in the Navy. They want you. Cavin back to the cards, but he doesn't find a match. So Cavin ended up playing the cards here in World 7, but he unfortunately didn't find his stars. And now we have 2-2.
Man, these pipes seem to be being an ultimate troll here for World 7 for these guys.
Boy, what else is new? Well, all you had to do was say something, and there is no solution because we need a bridge. Maybe that fort up there could help.
That might be lucky. Worst case scenario, it's just the lock there.
Right. Because you see the fort right there, and there is a lock right next to it, so there's a 50-50 chance, but Kerbo doesn't feel good about those odds, so he's going to try to find the other fort. Yeah, but he's going to play this fort. I like this move. We have 6F2 now.
I think it's smart. One, you save time. You don't have to play through 2 stages, or use a cloud, or a hammer. So you're trying to avoid spending more time than you need to in this world.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like Cavin and Kerbo are neck and neck. They're literally screen for screen, frame for frame here with the boom boom fight coming. They both take him down as sab0tender's now in 7-7. Nice slide there. He makes it.
Even though sab0tender's behind, I'm liking what I'm seeing from him in this race.
Well, absolutely. KillerApp saying to 8-1. Or is he? Yeah, he's going to skip it, and he's going to go right to the airship and going to use a P-Wing, taking absolutely no chances.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Kirbo did put the plant to sleep. He's going to go straight into the World 6 airship. So it turns out that was the correct answer.
Oh, very nice. So that fortress through the pipe maze ended up being the right pipe, and now KillerApp going to discover that Lemmy's a strong one at 4 HP. One more left to go, and no, he's going to lose his tail, but he will complete the fight.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ludwig was a wimpy one and only had 1 HP.
Wow! Man, Bowser, what are you doing to these kids? I mean, I get it. Bowser is evil and all that, but they're his kids!
Alright, so now we're fighting World 3 here. Looks like they have the chance to use 2 hammers and play a stage, or they can play 3 stages to get to at least 1 pipe.
Yep, and kirbocyhn finds the cheap level of the hand stages, so whatever we have behind that chest is going to be behind the chest in all 3 of the hand stages. As sab0tender is going to use the P-Wing here on 8-1, and who can blame him?
Yeah, I don't blame him one bit. Smart choice. Even more experienced runners sometimes will just rely on their P-Wings for the stage.
That's a pretty nice prize, so all the hands are going to have Tanuki suits.
Now we're going to find 2-1 here for Kirbo.
Yeah, missing that music block jump, though. As Kevin's going to get his Tanuki suit as he starts panel 8, and he's on 2-1 as well. KillerApp going to opt to use a star on this Piranha stage here, which will make things a lot easier for him, so making it pretty free. 7-2 is up next for Kirbo.
Oh, look at that. Gives him a Tanuki tail.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's right there, saves 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah, he's able to keep that raccoon tail, so he didn't have to build the bridge there. He didn't get hit, so yeah, this is going to be a fast 7-2 for Kirbo, and it looks like Cavin, if he makes this jump properly, which he does, also going to be a fast 7-2. He'll give up the tail there.
Kirbo's going to stop playing the end card game, it looks like, himself, and he's going to check out this pipe.
Let's see if it's the dream pipe. Nah.
But all these pipes are in wonderful locations. They're all next to each other.
Let's see if this takes him to the end of the stage. No, it's the other one.
Yeah, so he'll have to play through 3-6 to get to Wendy, depending if there's a lock blocking him.
Yeah, but remember, though, we have hammers, so it's possible that you can use a hammer to break that lock. So we'll see if that comes into play. Right now, we are on 4-5. Hey, these runners have been playing very, very well in this race.
Yeah, this has been, I wouldn't say the easiest, but it's not exactly been the hardest. It's been a fairly difficult seed. I'd say overall pretty average. Especially with the Koopa kids not really putting up too much of a fight.
No, they really haven't all night, with Lemmy's 4 hits being the strongest one so far. We're overdue for a 5 HP Koopaling, but we'll see what happens. We still have 3 chances left, and Wendy is going to be coming up for Cavin and Kirbo, and we do need a hammer.
Kirbo does not have a hammer. Oh, and it's a cloud for the anchor.
Oh, that's nice, but that is not going to help him out. Does Cavin have a hammer? No.
Oh, he's not playing end card game, so he's going to have to backtrack.
And guess who could take a lead potentially if he's able to solve World 7's puzzle? sab0tender with that hammer. Cavin going to play the 4. 4F2 is where both he and Kirbo are on at the moment. KillerApp right now, he is dealing with
4-6.
That is 4-6. I thought that was 4-6, but I didn't see the doors yet, so there's the doors. Now Cavin Trying to take down Boom Boom. Successful. Kerbo also successful. Unfortunately, that was not the fort. They're going to have to play the other fort. But Kerbo going to make a quick pit stop to try and take down the Sledgehammer Bros, but he's getting stun locked a couple of times. And because of that, Cavin's going to sneak in and go ahead of Kerbo here. There's Fort 8.
Yeah, the maze fort. I like seeing this fort, especially seeing different people's strategies. Most of them are going to use the same, but it seems like more of the inexperienced runners use a different route to get to the end.
Well, we saw the 1.5 beta earlier. Here's the real 1.5 on KillerApp's side. sab0tender 2-2 right now here in World 7. Cavin will take a peek here to see what's behind the question block. It's a Fire Flower.
He's actually going to keep it this time. Not a bad idea. Last time he damaged both through this area.
Yeah, Kerbo should try to one cycle, but getting hit there cost him any chance. And because of that, he's going to have to go all the way around to get the P-switch again. What he should have done there was fall down and then collect the P-switch.
Yeah, doing a little
Nice
slide
clip.
clip there.
Yeah, very nice there for Kerbo. That looks pretty darn cool.
Cavin's going straight into the World 3 airship, which we're going to find World 1. And we're going to find Wendy at the end. Hopefully she's had quite the lunch.
Let's hope she had about 10 Baconators here, 5 HP. So let's find out. Here is the Wendy fight for Cavin. We're starting off with one hit! What are you doing? Bowser! Your kids!
Ooh.
You know what? I'm going to have to report Bowser for abuse, child abuse here. Wow! I have no more words left about what Bowser's doing, Gimp.
I'm disappointed.
Disappointed? I'm upset, but that's the nature of the randomizer here. As KillerApp, there's 4 flower cards left, but he does... he's going to clear the board here. Yep, well done for KillerApp. And he's going to get 2 hammers out of it, so he could make a comeback here on Kerbo.
Yeah, Cavin's going to use a hammer he had, and that's going to lead him right to the end of World 2. That is a god pipe there.
Wow, amazing stuff there. And we have the World 4 airship, and Morton Salt will be the Koopaling to take on. And come on, you got to have more than 1 HP, buddy.
Hopefully, it's more than 1.
Oh, but Kerbo shorting the jump here on 4-8. He must not have a hammer. Yeah, he doesn't have a hammer, so KillerApp will have a chance.
And Morton's only 2 HP this time.
Wow! So we have seen now 13 Koopalings and 12, or 9 of them, yeah, 9 of them have been less than vanilla. 9. Wow. Or has it been 10? No, 10. Because there were 2 with 3, and we've seen the 1-4.
Yep. So now we're got, what is it, World 4 coming up?
Yeah, World 4's coming up. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, so 4-2 now is where sab0tender is here in World 4. And yeah, World 4 is the last world before we get to World 8. Sub 40 still on the table for these runners. And if that fortress...
Kerbo finding Atlantis.
Yeah, Kerbo wants no part of it. Who can blame him at this point? Cavin getting a Jugum Cloud out of that hammer, brother. Now he's hoping that that fort is going to build the bridge. Otherwise, he's going to have to go all the way back. We have 5F1.
So Kerbo does have a hammer. I'm wondering if he's saving it for World 4 coming up or for World 8.
It could be. He's in 6-1 now, but he's taking a lot of damage, and he's going to have to be careful because that sun's going to be coming up. Oh, that star really going to help him, though.
Oh, yeah. He should finish this with no problem.
Yep, it's a breeze, and sab0tender's back to the cards. Finds the 1-up. If you can find that other pair of stars here. Now he knows where the mushroom is. Now he's looking for the 4th one, but that's the 10 coin. So no more stars there for sab0tender.
Now, unfortunately, sab0tender has been stuck in this pipe maze for quite a while. Still not finding that fort he wanted.
Yeah, he's found all the hammers in the world, but absolutely nothing to do with them. So unfortunately, any thought of a comeback may have went by the wayside here. As Cavin goes into the coin ship, collects his fair share of coins, takes down the Boomerang Brothers, and picks up a hammer suit.
So he's geared for the final fight with Bowser now.
Well, and unfortunately that fort is not the fort to complete. Build the bridge. He has to get through the other fort. We have 4-3 now. Wait a minute. Was that a 4-3 spot or 4-4 spot?
It was a 4-4 spot.
Okay, so no Fred there. Close, but no cigar. KillerApp's now in World 5. He's trying to make a comeback here against Kerbal. Remember, he's got the hammers as he's going to play the hand stage. He'll get a Tanuki suit, but he's down to Small Mario. You're going to have to be really careful, and he slides away.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with his playing in the second seed.
No, not at all. And even with the hammers, he may have lost too much ground on Kerbal at this point. Kerbal is done with World 6. He'll be entering World 7 again, which is going to be World 4. As Kevin's trying to find where that other fort is, but it looks like it's on the right-hand side.
Ooh, he does find another hammer, so
nice. So he's going to
use that here.
He's going to be well stocked for this world, but he's going to play it instead. We find 6-10. It's something I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, 6-10's not a bad stage. Ooh, you got to watch out. Hopefully those aren't fire nippers. No, just looks like normal ones.
Yep. Hey, come on, get some coins here. No, he's not gonna. Well, he's gonna lose it anyway. That fire nipper taught him. That fire nipper showed him.
I need to stop talking.
Right. And Cavin is gonna complete 6-10 here. I'm still disappointed he didn't shoot for even a couple coins. The one time you have the fire suit in 6-10, you don't shoot for coins. Come on. Show it off. No biggie, though. He's now into the door 6 fort.
Rightfully named for if anybody doesn't know, just take the 6th door.
Now sab0tender finally getting through World 4, and he finds the hand stage with the Cheep. So let's see how he does. Oh, he's going to lose it right there, but he's going to get the mushroom right back. And he's able to jump over the barrier there, back to the cards for KillerApp. He's looking for more stars, but unfortunately no match. The board goes back. Cavin's now at the cards. He's going to try and find some matches here.
Nope, he is choosing to ignore the card game.
Yep, so he intentionally loses so he can move on. And oh, KillerApp shorts the jump here on 7-2.
Oh, he used the anchor as well. I was disappointed to find out that was a star. Or a cloud, sorry.
Right. Cavin's now in World 7's airship, where he'll be taking on Iggy Koopa. We're still looking for our first 5-hit Koopaling, and this is the last chance.
I don't think we've seen the second Earthquake one yet.
So Iggy is going to be tough. I can feel it. Iggy with the wonky hitbox. Probably going to have Earthquake. This could be a tough fight, especially with Cavin being small. Let's see what happens.
No,
one hit. Well, one hit's not enough. Two hits! At this point, are we surprised?
I'm not. I'm really not.
Man.
I've had some races where it's been 4 to 5 for every single one.
Wow. So 1 out of the 14 Koopalings having more than 3 HP, and just 3, maybe 4 if I've miscounted, having at least Vanilla. That is ridiculous. Bowser, you should be ashamed of yourself. But that is good news for our runners. It makes these Koopaling fights extremely easy, as Cavin will be the first one to enter World 8. He looks poised to make it to 6-0 in his group. Let's see if this is the God Pipe for Cavin. It is not.
But finding 2 of the military stages back to back right there, that's a good find. He's got options.
But one of those military stages is actually not a lock.
True. Could be.
You won't know until you enter it. Correct. And with the hammer, gonna break the lock. There's 2 locks. That decreases the odds of bridges to Bowser's castle. So let's take a look here, and that's not the right path. But there is a pipe, so he's gonna go ahead and take a peek here and find it's the way out. It's free.
Wow, world! What a world there. Free 8. I was saying we were due for one.
Wow, amazing stuff there. One of the freest flags to World 8s you will ever see, and Cavin is going to turn in a lightning fast time here. Wow.
Smart move by him. I would have made a mistake of playing a stage just to play it safe, but he made the right option.
My goodness gracious. So Cavin is going to go to 6-0, barring a catastrophe here, as he does get the validation 1-up. First try, block clip. Looks like he's going to get a sub 36, provided he does everything smoothly. Gets through the Bowser fight, and he's going to be set to go here at 6-0 in his group. So 6-0 is going up against it, coming up soon between him and Leslie Pro. Let's find out what happens. Hi, Bowser. Bye, Bowser. Get your GGs out for Cavin.
Well done. With that, Cavin will finish.
sab0tender has plenty. He has at least 4 hammers.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness.
So Cavin finishes with an SRL time of 35.42. That's one of our fastest seeds we've had. We've had faster, but that's really going to make a statement for him.
That's got to be top 5 to top 10 somewhere in there. Wow. And sab0tender going to be pleasantly surprised that Wendio Koopa down in 1 HP. kirbocyhn now entering World 8 himself. Kirbo's about to be done with World 6 as the Morton Salt Koopa goes down. So we'll see how Kirbo does. I don't know if he has any hammers. I don't think he does.
No, because he stopped playing the in-card game for a while.
Yeah, and that is not going to do it.
This might give KillerApp a chance.
Oh, absolutely, this might give KillerApp a chance. World 8 is the great equalizer, and in this race right now between Kirbo and KillerApp, depending on what kind of shenanigans might fall into kirbocyhn's lap. But I remember, keep this in mind. World 4 is not fast because of that bridge needed to get to the airship. So even though KillerApp could gain some time, and would you believe, once again, the final World 6 fort that we hadn't seen yet, Gip, shows up in World 8 yet again.
It must be you. I'm pretty sure it's you.
It has to be me. It's just like, although the last 2 races I've called have not been the case, it's like when I do commentary on Zelda 1 Randomizer, you're guaranteed to have a poverty seat, but the last 2 races I've called, it's been big money, so take it as you will. sab0tender has completed World 6.
He's actually making a really decent time considering how much he struggled.
You better believe it. I mean, that pipe maze really did sab0tender in, and it's kind of a shame. And uh-oh, here's 7F2.
Let's say if sab0tender didn't play against Cavin, he probably would have won that race.
Yep, gonna use the he's gonna use a lot of his supplies here, but that's a 2 traps. And it's gonna take him to 3-7.
Yeah, he's trying not to lose that hammer suit. That's a valuable asset for the end of the game here.
Yeah, this is going to be tricky, though, with these enemies. Especially when you have those buddy beetles. Looks like he may think about taking the Cloud Heaven.
Not a bad choice. That's a safe way to keep your hammer suit.
Yeah, I like this play here. Stay safe, and you might get a good item in the end here. So he's going to collect all these coins here in Coin Heaven. He'll get an item at the end. We're going to find out what that all-important item is going to be for Kirbo. His prize is a Tanuki suit. Not bad. Probably not what he was looking for, but I'd take it. Unfortunately for Kirbo, that pipe just takes him to the other side. He's going to get grabbed by this hand.
And here we welcome Cavin in for an interview. GG, sir.
Hello.
Well, Cavin, congratulations. You completed the sweep. I know you're not really happy about the way you played that first seed, but you played very, very well in that second seed. So go over these races with us tonight.
Well, I want to think I got lucky with the double hammer, saving so much time on that last one. Because there were a few points I could have used my first hammer instead of using it in the desert, and How many levels did I skip in the desert? 6? 7?
Yeah, you skipped 6. You unlocked it, gave you the pipe, sent you straight to the end.
I've never seen a skip like that.
Yeah, that was extremely lucky there.
Yeah, and then the 0 level World 8. Never seen a World 8 like that.
I've never seen a World 8 like that either. You used your hammers and 0 locks, 0 bridges required to get through World 8. That's one of the fastest World 8s you will ever see, folks.
Yeah, I was astonished that there wasn't a single bridge. I thought at least one bridge was mandatory, but I guess it was just shuffled to that one lock.
Yep. 0 bridges can be a thing. 3 bridges can be a thing.
Oh boy. I'm a bit annoyed I didn't use the music boxes to put the piranha plants to sleep in World 7, but...
Yeah, with the placement of World 7 being at World 4, I don't blame you for not using it. You still don't know what you're going to get out of it, even though you didn't get the greatest of items from it.
Yeah, 2 stars. I just forgot that I had the music boxes.
Now, the end card game, if you were curious, stars would have gotten you hammers, which is what your opponent got plenty of. Your opponent had 5 hammers. Unfortunately, the reason why he wasn't anywhere near you, he got lost in the pipe maze.
Which pipe maze? World 7?
World 7.
Yeah, World 7 was... I was like, okay, left or right? Let's go right first, and then I was like, all these pipes dead end. This is all one big loop. What is this?
Yep. Yeah, you and Kirbo took the right risk by playing the one that was on the far left of fort, instead of trying to play through multiple stages to unlock another fort.
Oh, and KillerApp having to take the long walk of shame because he died at the airship. Wow, you never like seeing that. In a way, it kind of you get a kick out of it because if you were playing the game, you would hear.
Oh yeah.
But you don't like seeing that in a race. It's a painful walk back. Let's see how.
Painful thing for Kirbo, he has no hammer, so he's literally playing every single fort in World 8.
Yep, and because of that, KillerApp, if he doesn't take another death here, he's going to be in position to steal the race away from kirbocyhn and keep his chances of getting through Group F alive and well.
Well, looks like Air Force was the gatekeeper here, so he's definitely going back to look.
Oh yeah. What do you think of the Koopalings being so malnourished in these 2 races, Cavin?
It was a welcome reprieve. I was really worried with some of them, especially the Lemmy fight in the second match. I believe I didn't have any power-ups, so I was really on my toes there. It ended up being 4 hits, but if it was a 5, I would have been in big trouble.
Yeah,
Kirbo has found the way
definitely
out.
Something you see. It's definitely something you want to welcome there. So now Kirbo, yeah, he is into World 8 Fortress here against Bowser. He does have a hammer, so let's just hope he holds on to it.
KillerApp, he is going to make the comeback, but it's going to be too little, too late, and that probably is going to seal his fate in his group, unfortunately.
Speaking of hammers, I was so tilted at the end of the first race that where I lost my hammer and then died in Bowser's castle. I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say as soon as you died, I said he's gonna be so mad at that. That is not like Cavin to play like that.
Hi Bowser, bye Bowser. Get your GGs out for kirbocyhn. He has split the series against KillerApp23, goes to 1-3 in his group, and keeps his chances, keeps his hopes of emerging from his group very much alive.
So I actually have a question about the World 7 of the first match. So I had made a dumb play, which it was by accident that I did it, but on the bottom left island, you could have done 1 level and then do a pipe, or you could have done 2 levels and go to the pipes in the bottom central island, and I ended up doing the bottom central island before the bottom left island. What did other players do there? If you
I think almost every player used a hammer. They had a hammer and they used it on the lock.
Was I the only person who didn't have a hammer in the first?
Yeah, that's correct.
Wow, that's rough.
I do want to say with that, Kirbo does finish with an SRL time of 43:44.
Very good. sab0tender's in World 8 right now, and he still has plenty of hammers left, so he's going to find the way out, and he's going to be pleasantly surprised that there are no bridges guarding Bowser's castle. He put up a really good effort in this seed, and he's gonna probably beat KillerApp as long as he doesn't take a death here in Bowser's castle. So nice comeback here for sab0tender in his second race, but just not gonna be enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, that does put him to 0-7. But again, I think Sabo, watching him from his first races to now, he's drastically improved.
Absolutely, and this was a really, really, really strong showing for sab0tender. The only thing that stopped him was World 7's pipe maze. I mean, if that doesn't stop him, he might have made a threat to you, sab0tender. I'm telling you, he had or to you, Cavin. I mean,
Yeah, both seeds were pretty bad with the pipe mazes. First seed was just a complete mess.
all right, so oh no, sab0tender can't get the hammer kills. He's gonna have to do it the hard way, and unfortunately for KillerApp, he's going absolutely the wrong way here in World 8. I don't know if he has any hammers left.
Yeah. With that, let's bring Kirbo in for an interview.
Yes.
Kirbo, GG.
GG, Kirbo.
Well, while we try to get his microphone working in just a moment here, sab0tender trying to finish off the Bowser kill here the hard way. 2 more hits or 2 more ground pounds, and sab0tender will finish off this seed here. Here comes the final ground pound. Got him! So get your GGs out for sab0tender. Put up a nice effort here in the second seed. Not enough to win against Cavin this time, but it would be enough to beat KillerApp23 if those two would have went head-to-head. So get your GGs out for sab0tender.
Yeah, fantastic display by him. He does finish with a SRL time of 46:27.
Yep, pretty strong showing there for sab0tender. And now KillerApp, he's found the correct pipe, so looks like he's going to be close to finishing this himself as long as he goes to the right, which he does. So, no! He's going to take on the super tanks here. Wow.
I was surprised. All right, let's try to get Kirbo back in here. Kirbo, GG, sir.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Whoa. Yeah, you're going to have to turn yourself down a little.
I can't hear you for some reason.
Alright, so KillerApp finds the correct pipe here. He's going to see that there's no bridges to Bowser's castle. He's already got the Hammer Brothers suit equipped, so he's ready to roll. No stars. While we try to fix everything on Kirbo's end here, KillerApp is going to try to finish off World 8 here and take down Bowser with the hammer suit. Let's see if he's able to hold on to it. So far, so good.
I think everybody got that clip on the first try today.
Very nice. Yeah, absolutely. So give these runners credit where credit is due. Make sure you follow all 4.
Speaking of clips, I remembered in the first match, I had a weird clip on the Little H.
Yeah, I did see that.
I was wondering what was up with that, because I was just trying to grab the block.
And down goes Bowser on KillerApp's side. So get your GGs out for KillerApp. He has completed his race, but unfortunately that is going to be his 5th loss of the group, and that is probably going to do it for KillerApp. He needed to have this win here, but get your GGs out for all 4 of our runners. They were exceptional tonight.
Yeah, KillerApp does finish with an SRL time of 48:32. That does kind of put the nail in the coffin, though, for his bracket chances.
Yeah, story of tonight's race is the Koopa kids having hardly any HP. Maybe they'll be stronger next time.
Kirbo did decline the interview. He said he was just having problems with his audio, so we do want to say GG to him, and he said GG to the rest of the racers.
Yeah, but kirbocyhn with that victory against KillerApp goes to 1-3. Again, keeping his chances, keeping his hopes of emerging out of his group very much alive and well. If he can sweep, go 5-3, he'll be right in there.
See if we can't get KillerApp in here too.
KillerApp played very, very well in that first race, but the second race, I think resource management was a big, big deal for KillerApp, and that ultimately did him in at the end against Kerbo, but very strong performances from all 4 of our runners tonight.
Yeah, I think that first seed, he knew he was playing bad to begin with. He picked up his pace, but then towards the end, he looked like he just started tripping over his own feet. He was using items he didn't need to. He used the frog suit, then he used the hammer suit, and then he used the cloud back to back to back. So I felt like he was maybe panicking in a way.
I'll tell you one thing. kirbocyhn, as well as he played, was 42 seconds away from being in a really good spot. He would have been 2-2 with 2 matches left to go. Now, granted, they would have been against his toughest opponents, but he would have had a much better chance. Kerbo still has a chance, but he's going to have to play lights on. You know what? He can do it.
Absolutely. So, Cavin, I do have to say this does secure a bracket spot for you. How does that feel?
Glad. I mean, I wasn't honestly worried about my bracket spot for my group. From what I can tell, I seem to have gotten pretty a group full of newer runners, so I wasn't too worried. But hopefully, I can continue playing well enough in the bracket stage.
Yeah, because I know you did last year's tournament. We were in the same group that year. Our races were extremely close, and then you did the one-shot tournament. You got pretty far and then bowed out towards the end.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this tournament shapes up. The tourney group 2 flags, and from there on the bracket flags are a lot more interesting. They're a lot harder. I find I have a lot less power-ups just because I'm skipping end games, because hammers are just a lot less useful, especially with the bracket flags, with locks being unbreakable. So you're gonna have to be a lot more careful.
That's true. With that, looks like KillerApp is going to bow. He said he had to get to his job at 10 o'clock, so he had to bow out to get there on time. I do want to say everybody played really well. I was really impressed with sab0tender's attempt in the second one. He came out basically like he was on fire, like he was ready to go. You guys were actually pretty close the whole time in the first world.
I'm surprised.
But yep, congratulations to you. You are 6-0 as well as Leslie Pro. So now head-to-head, both of you are making it to the bracket stages. So now you're pretty much playing for keeps. The number 1 seed could be at stake.
Oh no, you're at 6-0 now because you won your 2 races.
That's right. You started at 4-0. Now you're 6-0.
Really?
Yes.
I could have sworn this was only my 4th match.
Nope.
Oh no. You guys had one guy do a couple races and then he bowed out the rest of the way. He kind of declined to play the rest.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Okay. That'd be why.
So that's the explanation right there. So yep, right there, you have a chance to go 8-0. Leslie Pro has a chance to go 8-0. Or you may both finish 7-1. We'll find out.
Yeah. It'd be a good one. Guys, this was a really good race. Cavin, thank you again for an exciting race. I look forward to seeing you in brackets. I want to see how far you can get. I think you're one of the better players out there that really doesn't... how do I say this? You don't really sit there and go, look at me. You're not like Classic, because who loves to brag? We all love Classic, but he loves to brag how good he is. But I know deep down you're one of the better ones, and you like to keep it to yourself.
Thanks. And thank you guys for commentating.
You bet. And thank you very much, all 4 of you, for a really, really, really good gameplay tonight.
Yeah, be sure to drop every one of these guys a follow. These are all fantastic streamers. They do a lot of fun stuff on there. So one thing I do want to say is we do have another race starting up here at 10 p.m. Eastern time. That's going to be Dodge Master Dooley against Dr. J, PhD. That's going to be a good race. Those 2 guys are really competitive with each other. So looking forward to that one.
And then tomorrow night, looks like we just have 1 race on the docket. It is a doubleheader. The Hacksaw and Ace of Arrows, that's going to be beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern. Let's take a look at where they are.
Yeah, the Hacksaw, you got to watch out for him. He's got some pretty fierce moves. He's did a couple clips that I'd never seen before in his last race. So I think up there, he's one of the top competitors. Ace of Arrows, still a really good competitor overall. He's only had a few losses so far, so I think it's going to be a real close race.
Absolutely, indeed. So while I'm still looking through here, I should have it in just a moment here. This is a Group K matchup. So Ace of Arrows is 2-4, and you said it was against the Haxor. He's 1-1. So their tournament lives are pretty much at stake right now with YoBGS at 6-2 and Paradox at 5-1. This is Ace of Arrows, unfortunately, doesn't have a chance, but he could play spoiler, and that's going to be something very important to see. Haxor still has a chance if he can win out. So
yeah, I love to see that. I like to see guys who don't have a chance, but they still want to play spoilers. I love to see that because sometimes they can do it.
Absolutely. It's just like in any other sport where there's a team that's in last place, but there's nothing better that they want to do than to prevent another team from making it to the playoffs themselves. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night. Ace of Arrows and the Haxor should be a good one. And I think with that, we're going to call it a night here on Speed Gaming. So everyone, thank you very much for attending our 2-pack of races here on Speed Gaming. Make sure you give all 4 of our runners, KillerApp23, kirbocyhn, Cavin856, and sab0tender a follow, as well as my commentator partner, Gimp3, who does fine commentary as always. So appreciate the commentary, and it's great calling another race with you.
Oh, it's always a blast. Every time I see you sign up, I try to hop in there with you.
All right, good deal. So that will do it here on Speed Gaming. On behalf of all 4 of our runners, for everybody here on Speed Gaming, and for my commentator partner, Gimp3, it's LOZ Cards Fan 23 signing off. Have yourselves a great evening, and we will see you next time. So long, everybody.
So long.